Beautifuls. I hope you had a fabulous day. The sun is just setting here in India, and although the lighting isn't probably ideal for this video, I just really wanted to come on and share a perspective today. As some of you know, my private practice is named Shifts in Perspective, and that is because the moment that I started looking at my experiences differently, started looking at my stories differently, my life changed drastically. And I want to, in as many ways as possible, help people see many other perspectives so that they too can be open to new opportunities and new experiences. I saw a quote today that tied into the experiences I've had over the last week, and I really thought it warranted a conversation here on this channel. So the quote was, "Abundance is not the acquiring of things, it is a state." And I like that, because abundance really is a state of mind or a state of being. And in the part of the world that I come from, in the industrialized nations, abundance is thought of as having, right? Not being. And one of the beautiful things that I've been able to experience while here in India is the villages. Oh, the villages are ripe with life, with heart, with soul. And you know, these people don't have much in the way of things, but they are incredibly abundant in every other aspect. And, you know, one of the things that really got me was traveling through the village at the end of the day about this time. Everybody is out of their houses and they are gathered at the ends of the street, and they are catching each other up on the day's events, on the goings on in each other's lives, and you can really feel the deep connection. And that is not something that is experienced in the industrialized worlds. Yeah, sure, we'll have a block party once a year, but most people don't even know their neighbors. And I just thought, you know, when I saw that quote, it was tying in these experiences that I've had, how the village, the people seem so much happier, so much grounded, you know, more connected to each other and to the earth. And one of the other things that I love about India, and that I love in life, are parables and stories that provide deep teaching moments. And one of the parables that I heard this week, which ties in exactly with this conversation, was about a wealthy landowner. And he wanted to take the opportunity to share with his son the value of money. So he took him to a village and he dropped him off for a couple days. And after a couple days, he picked him up and he asked his son, "So, what did you learn about money?" And he was very surprised at his son's response, because his son said, "Dad, these people are far more wealthy than we are." However, his father was not happy with that answer and demanded him to explain. And he said, "Well, Dad, we get our water from the tap or from a bottle." He's like, "They draw water from an entire stream." He's like, "We bath in a tub." He's like, "They have a river in which they bathe." He said, "At night, our yard is lit by solar lanterns. They have an entire sky full of stars." He says, "When we want vegetables, we have to go to the store. They walk to their fields and simply pluck it from the ground. They are much wealthier than we are." And I know that this might seem like a simple story, but when you take to heart what is being portrayed here, we have an opportunity every day to look for the things that make us abundant. We can always find what's scarce or what's lacking, and that's easy for us because we live in a world that is driven by fear, and we've been conditioned and taught to look for the lack. But our experience will be vastly different and much more enriched when we take the time to look for how we are abundant, what we do have in surplus, and to be thankful for that. I thank you so much for listening to this perspective, and I thank you for your likes, your shares, your kind and generous donations. And until we speak again, please be well.